He was the voice of a generation, a misfit poet who blended emo, punk, and rap into a genre-defying sound that resonated with millions. A rising star gone too soon. This is the story of Lil Peep, his meteoric rise and his tragic fall. Born Gustav Elijah Gus Orr on November 1st, 1996 in Allentown, Pennsylvania, Peep's childhood was shaped by contrasts. His mother, a dedicated first-grade teacher, and his father, a college professor, provided a stable but ultimately fractured home. When his parents separated during his teenage years, it left a deep scar, one that would later manifest in his music and struggles with mental health. Gus was always different. While other kids played sports, he was diving into art, music, and video games. He struggled to fit in at school and found solace in the internet, where he connected with like-minded people who didn't judge him. Depression, anxiety, and later bipolar disorder would shape his worldview and fuel his lyrics. In his late teens, Gus turned to music as his escape. He started uploading tracks to SoundCloud under the name Lil Peep, a childhood nickname given by his mother. Drawing influence from emo bands like My Chemical Romance and trap artists like Gucci Mane, he created a raw, unique sound. His early tracks like Star Shopping and Beamer Boy struck a chord with an underground audience. After a short stint in college, Pete made a bold move. He left Long Island and headed to Los Angeles with barely anything in his pocket. There, he linked up with the underground collective Goth Boy Clique and started dropping mixtapes like Crybaby and Hellboy. His following exploded and labels took notice. By 2017, Lil Peep had gone from an internet sensation to a mainstream rising star. His debut studio album, Come Over When You're Sober Part 1, was a hit. But with success came the pressure. Touring was exhausting, and Peep was battling inner demons, self-medicating with drugs to cope with depression and anxiety. Despite his fame, Peep felt isolated. Those closest to him say he was constantly searching for something: acceptance, love, or just peace of mind. The fast-paced industry and people around him often ignored the warning signs. On November 15, 2017, Lil Peep was on tour in Tucson, Arizona. Earlier that day, he seemed in good spirits, even telling fans, "Today is a good day." But just hours later, he was found unresponsive on his tour bus. He had overdosed on a lethal mix of Xanax and fentanyl. He was just 21 years old. The music world was in shock. Fans mourned, tributes poured in from artists like Post Malone and Marshmello, and conversations about mental health and drug addiction in the industry reignited. Lil Peep's impact didn't die with him. His music lives on, inspiring a new generation of artists who blend raw emotion with genre-defying sounds. His posthumous album, Come Over When You're Sober, Part 2, and the documentary Everybody's Everything gave fans a deeper look into his life and struggles. Peep was more than just an artist. He was a symbol of vulnerability in an era that desperately needed it. His message, that it's okay to feel, that pain, love, and sadness are part of life, and expressing them can connect us all. Lil Peep's story is tragic, but his music, his words, and his legacy will never fade. As we remember Lil Peep, let's continue the conversations he started about mental health, about the pressures of fame, and about the power of music to heal. Rest in peace, Gustav Elijah Orr. Your voice will never be forgotten.